Hello everyone, Rich here, back for part 4 of this SS Empress of Britain tutorial. Today's focus is the next step of the ship's superstructure, basically the promenade deck and boat deck, maybe. I don't know. Main focus will sort out the promenade first. So what we're going to do is fly over to the raised deck on the front of the ship, which is over here, with this curved wall here. And we're going to go to the centre block again. And here's the centre block, and on the centre block of the wood, we're going to count back to the 34th block of the wood. So that's the first block there, and count back to the 34th, which is that one. And on the 34th block, I shall put a cutter block to mark the spot. So there we are. That's the centre block of what we're going to build. And we're going to build a wall 21 wide, so that is 10 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that way. And then what you want after that is curving back slightly is 8. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And that's out one side. I'll do the same the other side. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4 out to the side like that. And it should look something like that. And then what we do, we increase the height of that to 4 high, so 2, 3, 4 like so, and just do this all the way across the width of the wall we just built. And I'll do one side or one half, and then I'll copy, flip and paste it just to save a bit of time. There we go, that's half of it done. So like I said, I just quickly copy, flip and paste it to the other side just to get that out of the way. So we do copy, flip to the right, and paste. And there we go, that's both sides done. And the wall should look something like that, in theory. So what we're going to do now is build windows along the side. But before we do that, what we're going to do is go back to the edge on the side here. And what we're going to do, we're going to build... how do we do this? This is going to be... so that'll be the first block. So what we're going to do is add 2 pillars here on the next row. So you've got the row of 4 there, and then 1 block back on the outside here we add 1, 2, 3 up, and then 1, 2, 3 up like so. Basically building a sort of pillars, if you like. So I do the same on the other side. So on the side here we do 1, 2, well, 1, 2, 1, 2. So basically 3 up and 3 up. So you got 2 pillars like so. Now I'm going to work on the... well, I may as well work on the left side while I'm here. And what we're going to do, we're going to add windows along the side. So I have written this down in an order which I cannot follow, so this is going to take a little while to do. So on the side, from that row of pillars there, and I'm just going to check the prototype to make sure I have done it right, because 9 times out of 10 I do not. So it's that row there, and then there's the 2 pillars. Yep, that's fine. Yep, that was fine. Oh god, I've still got that black shadow as well. Okay, apologies for that. Right, anyway. So we've got those 2 pillars, and we're going to add windows now. We're going to add 15 windows. Now these windows are 2 blocks high, so we'll add our first window, one like so, so it's 2 blocks high, and then you leave a block gap between them. So that's 1 window, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we've got 15 windows like so. And then what we do, we add pillars between each window, and it's the same on both sides as well. So we do the 15 this side and then do the 15 the other side, like so. And then what we do, we add a line across the top of those windows as well. May as well do that now, get the problems out of the way. And there we go, so there's all the 15 windows there. And then after the 15 windows we want a 3 block gap, which is, well, I say a gap, but it's not a gap, it's 3 blocks of white, and then 3 again, and 3 again. It's basically 9 blocks of white. And then after that we want a square window, which is 2 blocks long and 2 blocks high. So it's a square like so. And then 2 blocks across the top in white. And then we want a 4 spacer, so 1, 2, 3, 4 like so, and then increase that to 3 high, like so. And then after that we want 2 windows, so we add a window like that, and then another gap, and then a window like so. And then we add the pillar in between, and then the line of blocks across the top, like so. And then we add those 2 windows. And just adjust my notes. And then after those 2 windows, we want another 3 block gap spacer. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So basically 9. And then we want 2 more windows, I think. Yep, so window and window, plus the pillar in between, plus 1, 2, 3 across the top. And then another 3 or 9 spacer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. And then to change the page, and then after that we want 5 windows, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then pillars in between, and then a line across the top. So you've got those 5 windows like that, and then another 3 or 9 spacer, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then after that we want 2 windows, so we add 1 window and 2 windows, plus the pillar in between and a line across the top. And then another 9 spacer, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then change the page again, and then what we want is another 5 windows. So this goes into sort of a pattern. So we want 5 windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the pillars in between and a line across the top, like so. And then a 3 or 9 spacer, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we want 2 windows, 1 window, 2 windows, pillar in between, and then the spacer or the line across the top, and then the 9 spacer, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Change my notes again. And then we want 5 windows again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows, and then the pillars in between, and then this line across the top, like so. And then the 9 spacer again, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we want 5 windows again, so 1 window, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the pillars in between, and then the spacer, the line across the top, sorry. And then we want the 3 or 9 spacer, so 3, 3, 3. And then I change my notes again. And then after that we want 2 windows, so 1 window, 2 windows, then the pillar in between and line across the top, plus the 3 spacer or the 9 spacer, whichever you want to call it. And then we want 5 windows, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the pillars in between and the line across the top. And then the 9 gap again, so 3, 3, 3. And then I change my notes again. And then we want 2 windows, 1 window, 2 windows, and then the gap in between, and then across the top. And then the 9 spacer again. And then we want 5 windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pillars in between, line across the top. And then we want the 3 or 9 spacer again, like so. And then I change my notes again, and then we want 2 windows again, so 1 window, 2 windows, and I'll just check across to make sure I'm doing this right. I can't tell, but there we go. And then the spacer in between, and then the line across the top, and then the 3 by 3 spacer at the end, and then 5 windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the pillars in between, line across the top, and then the 3 by 3 spacer, and then we want 3 windows, 1, 2, 3 windows, plus the pillars in between, line across the top, and then a 3 by 3 spacer, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. That is one side of the windows done. It should, in theory, look something like that. So you've got the windows all there, and in my eyes it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it could be better, but it looks alright. So what I'm going to do, I'll quickly copy that to the other side, because like I say, you do this one side and you do the same the other side. So that's how it's all explained out. So I'll just quickly copy that to the other side, get that job out of the way, and everything should be hunky-dory, in theory. So just fly down to the centre down here, and copy, fell off, copy from here. So we do copy, flip, paste. And there we go, there's the windows on both sides. So we've got the well, not open promenade, but the that sort of promenade done. And it should look something like that. So bear with me while I check my notes. Right, so what we want to do now is go to the back end now of those windows we just built. So back to the end where we finished off. And what we want to do now is add pillars. So what we do, we leave at the end here, at the end this straight wall, we're going to leave a 3-block gap. So 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th block we add our first pillar. And we're going to add 13 pillars to this. So that's 1. And every 3 blocks, or every 4th block you add a pillar. So that's number 2 there. Number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So that's 13 pillars there. And then after that you leave another 3-block gap, and then we add a row of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top, and it should look something like that. So there's the 13 pillars plus the 5 spacer at the end there, like so. I quickly do the other side. So it's the same again, 13 pillars. So it's a 3-block gap. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 for your pillar. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So those are 13 windows plus a 3-block gap, and then we add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. There we go, that's that side done. And then what you want to do is just build a wall joining the back end of the 5. So at the end of the 5 here, just build a line across the back joining to the other side, like so. So let's build all the way across the back. It's a very uneventful straight wall, but I'm not complaining. Ooh, not complaining. So then we're up to there, and then we increase that to 3 blocks high. So I shall do this as best as I can in the time available. Is it 3 blocks high? No, actually increase it to 4 blocks high, because, well, I'll build it 3 high for the minute, because I've not added the line across the top of the pillars yet, so that's what I'm mistaken. So I build it to 3 high, and then we'll add the pillars across the top. Not the pillars, but the line across the top of the pillars. There we go, there's the wall across the back, like so. And then what we do, like I say, we add the line across the top of the pillars. So just build a line. It's basically follow the contours of the ship's curve. So down along the top of the pillars here, and then the ship will get slightly narrower as we go back. So there we go, up to there. See, the ship gets narrower, so we go in one and just follow the curve of the ship up to the 5s, across the top of the 5s, and then across the back wall that we just built, increasing that to 4 blocks high. Like so, and then I do the same across the other side. So across the top of all the pillars on this side of the ship. And there we go, that's that little job done. And it should look something like that. A bit minus that black shadow, which is really annoying. And they don't look too bad in my opinion. We've got some inside walls to add first, but these are sort of not really that big a deal. So what we're going to do is go to the forward pillar. So we go back to the pillars, the 13 pillars. And you got the first pillar is there, so we ignore that. We go forward from there to the end of the windows. So on the this 3 gap here at the end of the windows, we go from the center block, which is this one here, the center of that 3, and build inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Build 5 inwards, and then increase that to 3 high, like so. And this is the beginning of the inside walls. And then what we want to do is build. I've not got it written down, but I'm going to build a line down following the contours of the ship, or you could just build it straight, it doesn't really matter. So what I'll do, I'll count it as I go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So build it 36, and then you go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then out 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 back like so. So it's basically, you're following the contours of the ship, and basically you're adding a corridor. An inside wall corridor. And then what we do, increase that to 3 blocks high. And in theory it should all look fine and dandy. There's no no real detail to it yet. I mean, you can start adding the doors and windows to it, because if you look on the prototype, well, you can't really see, but in the prototype over there on those inside walls there are doors and windows which you can add at any time. It's also the same with the back superstructure as well, where I built in the previous video. You can add the doors and windows to that and it should all look fine when it's done. It's not something I've done yet because I forgot to do it, but I will come back and do that at a later date. Famous last words. Anyway, that's the left corridor done. I think this is the left side, isn't it? Yep. And it should look something like that. So you look inside the open promenade, and you've got a corridor, sort of. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly copy and paste that to the other side, just to save time. So my notes are just falling on the floor as well. I don't know where the centre block is, so I'm going to have to bloody measure from there. So this is the centre. So I should quickly change that to a red block. So that is the centre there. And copy to there. Yep, copy to that point. And then what we do the usual copy, flip and paste. So copy, flip and paste. And there we go. That's the corridor on the other side. And it should look something like that. All marvellous and wonderful and all that other crap that goes with it. So yeah, that's our little job done. And then what we want to do is just add the ship's deck, which will go on top of these inside walls. So if you start at the back here, over in the back of the superstructure, you can start adding the deck along the top line of the white, and as you can see, the deck will sit on top of the inside walls there. So I shall do the first few blocks to get an idea on what it should look like, and as you can see, the deck will sit along the top line just above the pillars, so this area being enclosed, and you've got pillars with an overhang there. So what I'm going to do, I shall stand on this block here, and I shall use the fill tool to fill in the rest of the deck. So fill wood by 2 that, and that should all fill in. But it may take a little while, so bear with me on this one. Right, there we go. There's the deck all filled in. That was quicker than I expected. Right, yep, that doesn't look too bad. So there we go. There's that deck all added there. And they don't look too bad. If you look on the prototype, actually, you can actually, if you look just above the white, above the blue line, sorry, there is windows or portholes that will need to be added later on. I just thought I'd point that out. They go between the promenade and the above the blue line, so we'll add them at a later date. But I just thought I'd yeah, mention those. There's also an open promenade area on the bow here as well, just under the overhang, but that will be added later on as well. You can just see it on the prototype. Roughly where the crosshairs, just below the crosshairs, there's a little open promenade there, which will be added in this area at a later date as well. But I won't worry about that for today, because I can't be bothered. And I think we'll leave it at that. So what I'm going to do another jump cut while we move on to the next part, and we shall see how we get on. So back in a moment. Right, okay, back again for the final job for today, which is going to be the boat deck superstructure. Now, we've already added the boat deck, which is that deck there. So what we're going to do now is go down to the front wall of the boat deck, and we're going to extend it up by another 4 blocks. So we'll start at the centre and go only out as far as the side. So we'll start at the centre and build up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And just do that all the way out to the side. So I'll just do layer by layer first. All the way out to the edge like so, and then extend it up to 4. That's 3 in it, yeah. So extend each row up by 4, and once again I'll do a copy paste to do the other side as well. So I'm just going from the centre out one side for the minute, and then as per usual I shall copy and flip it. So there we are, that's one side done, and you can see it's extended up. So I shall quickly and calmly copy that to the other side. Into that. So we do copy, flip, and then paste, and there we go, that's both sides done. So you've got the flat wall now, which is now slightly higher. Okay, so now for the sides, and what we're going to do is to build a line out to the side. So on the side here, I'm going to build 18. So on the side we go just a single line of 18. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. No, that's not right. Yes, it is 13. Yeah, so I said 18, but it's actually 13. Okay, apologies there. So build it 13. And then we want 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The reason I said 13 is because I scribbled it out and wrote it back again. That's all that's wrong. So it's 13, and then 14, and then we want 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 13, 14, 10 out to the side like so. And then what we do, we go back to the front end, and on the 5th block of the side, so if we count this as the first block, so what we do on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th, or for the first 3 blocks of the side here, extend up to 4 blocks high. So yeah, the first 3 of that 13 extend up to 4 blocks high. And then what we want to do is add, actually, is it right? I think it's the 5th. So actually make it the 4th, make it 4 like so. So make it, yeah, the first 4 increase up by 3, or increase up to 4 high. Basically the height of the front wall there. So yeah, the first 4 like so. And then what we want to do is add 14 windows. Now these windows are only 1 block high, but on the top of each window will be a slab. So we'll get the quartz slabs because we'll need that. So we'll add 14 windows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 like so. And then add the slabs on top, so add the slabs like that. And there we go, there's the windows added. And you can see the windows are in the same position as the windows below, like so. And then what we do, we add the pillars in between, which are, well, 2 blocks high basically. And as you're going along, you can add the top as well. So basically add a line across the top of the windows. But I'll add the pillars first. And then at the end of the last window, we just add a 5, 1, 2, actually a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 gap, and then increase that to 4 high, like so. And then what you do, you add the line across the top of the windows, like we did on the previous section below, and follow the contours of the ship as you go along. Where am I? Yeah, that's the right place. All the way down to there, and there we go. There's the windows built and covered like so. So you can see they're sort of 1.5 windows, if you like, because you got the slab in between like so. So what I'll do, I'll quickly copy that to the other side because I've just explained how to do it. So it's the same process on the other side, that's all you need to know. So I should quickly copy that to the other side. So once again we do copy, flip and then paste there like so. So we've got both sides in like that. And then what we do, go back to the back end of that side section, and we're going to build inwards 7. So on the ground, or on the deck level at the end here, so we're going to build inwards 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. And then we're going to build a side wall, or an inside, well, not an inside wall, but a side wall of the superstructure, which is going to be 188 blocks long. Before I do that, this wall we just built here, we just increase that to 4 high. May as well get that out of the way. So there we are, that's 4 high like so. And then what we do at the end here, we build the line 188 blocks long. That's 188 blocks long. And what I do, I'll build it freehand and then measure it as I go along, so it should all be fine. So build it 188 blocks long, and everything should be fine. That's the theory anyway. Alright, so how far is that? That's 82, so I've still got another 100 blocks to go. Right, how far is that? That is 163. That is 178. And that is 188. So there we are, that's 188 blocks long. At the end of the 188, you want to build out 2, so go out 1, 2. And then you want to build back, well, basically right to the back of the deck, so it should be about 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like so. And there we go, that is how that section should look. And then what you want to do is increase the height of this wall all the way down to 4 blocks high. So 2, 3, 4, all the way back to the front end. So that's that 11 there, and then we do the same with that row of 2 inwards. And then this last section, this long section, we do that. I'll use World Edit for it because it's a rather long wall. The 188, just increase that to 4 blocks high. And then everything should be hinkily doodly dory. Down to there, I believe. Or is it up there? No, down there. We use set quartz for that. And there we go, there's that wall increased there. And it shouldn't look too bad. So there we go, we've got the wall, we've got the side windows, and you go inwards by 7, and then down 188, out 2, back 11. And that should be fine. So what I'll do, as per usual, I shall quickly copy and flip this to the other side. And then we should be able to move on. That's the theory anyway. It's not a lot we've got to do on this section because I'm going to try and sort of space it out a bit more. But was that the top or the bottom I just copied? I cannot remember. So that was the top. So we go to the top up there. And once again, I use the copy, flip, and then the paste. And there we go. That's that section all copied. Minus a few blocks on the other side here. So I didn't copy this section, so I just have to fill that in. That was that row of 7 going inwards, so not a big deal. There we go. There we go. That is that little job done. And it should all look something like that. So you've got a wide section there, and then it narrows, and it goes to the back end. So this section here on the side will be where the lifeboats go, so we'll worry about them later on. So we'll go to the back end, and we'll finish off the last section. So basically all we need to do now is just build a wall across the back, going from side to side, 4 blocks high. So I'll do the bottom line so you know where it goes, and like so, just increase that to 4 high all the way across the back, and everything should look fine down to there. Let's set quartz there, and there we go. That's that section all done. So that's the back end. It's an uninspiring wall basically. It's just a flat wall. Just putting out a centre block there. So yeah, it's a very flat wall, nothing really to get excited about. If I fly over to the prototype, you'll see that it's basically just a flat wall. There's nothing, not really any windows, but it is sort of disguised when we add the cowlings. So you can see there's the flat wall, and we've got the vent cowlings that will go in front of it at a later date. But like I said, the wall is about as exciting as a wall can be. Alright, so there we are. So what the last job for today is going to be adding the deck to the top. So once again, fly to the back end or front end, whichever you want to go, and just add the deck along the top of the white wall that we just built. So there we are, that's that. So what I'll do, I shall stand on this block here as per usual and use the fill tool. So fill wood by 2, whatever that lumber is, and it should all fill to the front end. It shouldn't take too long because it's only a small portion we ought to fill in. And there we go. So I just remove that block I stood on, and there we go. There's the deck added there, and it shouldn't look too bad. So yeah, we've got quite a bit done, and I think the last job for today, what we'll do is add a set of stairs. So we'll go back to the front end, and where the deck narrows on the back here, so you've got the side windows there. On the back of that, you've got this deck where the deck narrows. What we'll do, we'll remove 2 blocks here in the corner. So remove those 2 blocks there. Actually, remove 2 wood blocks as well, and basically 4 white blocks and 2 wood blocks we'll remove. And we'll add a couple of staircases in there. So I'll add stairs in there, there, and down there. And then for the banisters, we go up, 2 up, and 2 up like so. And then I think I may have screwed this up slightly, but it's not a big deal. So we just add a block there and a block there for the white. And there we go, we've got staircases there like so. You can remove the stairs and put them back a block. I think that's what I'll do. So apologies for screwing that up. So just undo everything I've just done. So that's how it looks. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll remove 2 white blocks and then add stairs. That may look a bit better. So there we go, and then what we'll do, we'll add the blocks underneath for support, and then the banisters, 2 up, 2 up, and 2 up, and there we go, there's the stairs properly done. And I'll do the same the other side. So remove 2 white blocks, and then we just add stairs, 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 and stairs, plus blocks underneath, and then stairs, 2 up, banisters, sorry, 2 up, 2 up, and 2 up, like so. And there we go. That's that little job done there. A little bit of detail added, and it looks quite, well, alright. And that little job done there. So I'll call it a day with that. But with the doors and windows for this sidewall now, so we've got the sidewalls we've built, which is 188 blocks long. We can start adding the doors and windows. So I shall get my doors. So what I normally do, I usually put a couple of doors in. Remember, this is just random, okay? This is not accurate to the real ship. And what I normally do, I put a couple of doors in, and then we add windows every 3 blocks. Sort of, that's 4. And then 5, 6, and then 7. So there's 7 windows, and then again add a pair of doors, and it should look like that. And then once again add another 7 windows, like so. So that's 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then once again add another pair of doors. So you do this all the way down. All the way down to the back end, and it should look fine. So that is how I've designed it. It's nothing accurate to the real ship, but it's just my design, my sort of crappy trademark, if you like. But that is just a little job you need to do, so you can do that now if you want to. And prepare for the next video, which will be probably tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 3rd of April, I believe. But we'll see. And we'll go from there. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing. Before that, I'm just trying to work out what to do next, because we've got the next section of superstructure to do. So basically the bridge deck will be the next superstructure, and the funnel supports. So yeah, that would be the next part. Yeah, so funnel supports, bridge deck, maybe the wheelhouse as well. And we'll do that in the next video. So yeah, that'll be for part 4. So yeah, this is Rich signing off, logging off and disappearing. And I shall return in part 4. No, part 5. Or whatever part it is, part 5. And we shall leave it then. So yeah, bye for now.